Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today is my mom who is so kindly agreed to do this short interview with us. She came all the way to my house for some computer issues lah. So I help her with her computer works. And at the same time, I thought it's a good time to ask her some questions. So the first question I ask you is, how am I as a little boy?
Little boy.
Yeah.
Actually, you're a very well behaved son, and you don't give me much problem. Actually, I'm very blessed. You can sleep well, and some baby, they are born, they cry the whole night, but you are not. So I say, hey, this is a good boy, And then you're very obedient also but you also very funny
Okay.
Yeah, that's why my mom tends to and she very happy, especially you always cheer her up, isn't it? Your grandma.
Popo.
Yeah, grandma.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So yeah.
Okay. But of course I know I also make you angry lah. Sometimes show one what every child got naughty one, right?
Of course but I can't remember the thing that you made me angry. Actually a lot of things you didn't tell me. Even like you said you cycle and then you fell into the drain, all this I was like, how come I didn't know? You hide. I don't know, maybe I'm very strict or I appear to be very strict. So like I'm more or less like a discipline master. So you all a lot of things they not tell me. So I only see quite a good, well-behaved boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what do you remember most about my childhood? As in, you remember most about us, as a family and me as a child. Most memorable one, just give one.
Oh, I can remember that. You can swim very well. I'm so proud of you. Wow, all the style, So I'm very proud.
Okay.
And also I'm very surprised that when you were young, I don't know why you're so attached to the church, and you even like go out with the nun and even play guitar. I would say, you're a very strange boy. So I'm so worried. I'm so worried that you may become a brother, or a priest in future. So I was like, I asked the nun. I think I asked a nun or a priest. I said, I'm so surprised. How come my son is so into taking part in the church activities, even like play guitar. So I was like, somehow he's a young boy, and the people he mixed with is the nun, not the group that of his own age, So it's like so surprised. Maybe he will be a brother or priest. So would I like him to be one of them? This is a very big question also. But at the end you did not lah.
Okay.
So it's very, very I can remember very well lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so the next thing I'll ask you is, do you remember that night when I told you I wanted to be a Muslim?
I don't remember actually lah, because I'm not sure what is my reaction. I don't know what happened to me actually, because first and foremost, I don't have a religion myself. I'm a free thinker. So when you say you want to be a Muslim, I just like I just accept it . And I also feel that you want to be a Muslim, okay, because I believe all religion, they teach everybody. I mean, they teach people to be good. They won't want to teach someone to be bad, right? So whether you're Muslim or Christian, I think should be okay, because I think there's God lah. So you must believe in something. Although I'm a free thinker, I believe there's God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just to remind you that I remember that night you were hanging the clothes actually.
Yeah. I cannot recall.
And I walked up to you, then I was actually worried. Don't know what you would think. I'll say, actually I said pray to God lah, pray to Allah. I said, make it easy for me to speak to my mother, untie the knots in my mouth and tongue, open up her heart to accept what I'm going to say later about me telling you that I want to be a Muslim. Because, maybe you have this bad impression about Islam last time, you don't know what is it about, right? So it might feel like it's something very shocking to you, so I didn't want to shock you also. Yeah. So when I told you, actually you remember what you say? You say, oh really? Okay. So you got tell your sister?
Yeah, really, I can't recall. Yeah, the only thing that I'm like, Islam, right? I just feel that there's a lot of restriction in terms of food wise lah. Other than that, I think the belief is still believe in God. So the only thing is the food. So we just got to slowly get used to it lah. Yeah.
So you just now said you don't have a religion, but you believe there's a God.
Yes.
You know what is this people call?
I do not know.
There's a word. The word is called agnostic.
Agnostic.
Yeah, actually, when I was a Christian Catholic, right, then I was baptized and I go to church every time, go for like 20 years of catechism, right, and go to church. When I go to Australia, right, I start to go for a class like philosophy. I ask a lot of questions about why am I here? Why are we here in this world? And why do we need to be here in the world? It's a question I asked myself. So at that point in time, I start to question, why is Jesus God? Why they call Jesus God? All these kind of question in my head. And then I start to investigate all the things that they say, whether true or not. And I find that it's not true lah. Because Jesus is a man to me. God don't need to become a man to show you he's there. Because God created the universe, the planet, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything. Everything is perfect now. You can breathe oxygen. You got life, you got children. All these are already signs and miracles that God is showing you that He's there. That's why I started to think, Christianity, actually at the point that I don't agree in this thing. So I become an atheist. Atheist means don't believe in any God. So got one time I just have fun and I have party. And I just think if I happy, people happy. I treat people nice, people treat nice to me. If I die, then I die happy, right? Normal people think this way. Until you call me and Baba called me that day when I was in school, and they all said that Papa passed away.
Oh,
remember? I was in Australia, and when Papa passed away, it was very sad for me because she's a very special person to me also. So I asked, how come can this unhappiness happen in the world? And there must be something more powerful to control death, and that's why I thought there is a God. You understand the pattern now? So when I thought there's a God, so I become like you. Now there is a God. I don't want religion to tell me who is God, which is you lah now like that. But after I met Shah, then I go and understand about Islam. Actually, you know what Muslim believe or not? You know?
I do not know.
Muslim believe in one true God. There's one God. There's no physical form, no image, because you cannot take a chair, you cannot take a statue and say it's God. We don't believe that it's a God. Because God is so powerful, how can it just be in one stone or one wood or one tree, you know? It's beyond your comprehension. He's the most supreme, the eternal. You know, He doesn't give birth, He doesn't born, He's not a human, He's not like creation. Because Creator create, we are creation. So we cannot imagine how powerful is the Creator. It's just like the sun. If you think the sun is so powerful, right? Can you imagine God is even more powerful than the sun? How are you going to? You cannot see the sun. You look at the sun for all your eyes pain, right? Right? But God is even more powerful than the sun. He created the sun, what? How can we see God if you cannot see the sun? So that's all the Muslim believe. They believe in just the supreme God. Nothing can compare to this God. You know, this is like a very logical understanding of God in Islam.
For me, I'm different lah. That's why you ask me like Christianity or saying Christianity. I said look at the statue. Is that really God? So so that's why I have like this type of like question. How does God look like? You know, Christian. Okay, I look at the crucifixion, right? They call it, or crucified. And then even like I go to the temple, I also see like all those the statue, this thing. So that's why I said I don't want to belong to any religion at all. As I said, I believe there's God. So I just pray and say that God help me, or thank you for giving me all the thing. Because I was thinking, I really like where I just feel that I just want to behave and be kind to people, and I don't do all the bad thing. I think that is good enough lah. That is how I believe lah. Because I also don't like to have a lot of restriction lah. Cannot do this, cannot do that. Then I was thinking, why there's a lot of restriction? But again, the restriction is to teach us to know at least there's a guideline. You don't go overboard and then you just do anything you wish. So I only believe that you must be good and you don't harm people. That is more than enough, and God can see it. That's how I believe.
So the reason why we have restriction and all that, like you said, Islam very restrictive. But actually, if you don't got restricted by a religion, something will restrict you. In life, right, there will be restriction. It's whether you're restricted by religion law or you're restricted by the laws of the nature around you. So God is trying to tell you, right, in this world is temporary and testing you only. You know, you said, I don't have a God, but actually everybody worship something. You worship money, it's also a God. To you, you don't say it's God, but every day you spend your time, energy to get money, it's become a God to you already. You're worshipping the money. So that is why people say we are born with the need to worship something. And that worship to direct to God instead of direct to money, to anything lah.
I see.
Anyway, anything you want to say first? Any advice to me? Maybe you want to give?
Yeah, I only pray. My advice is that you must believe there's God, and then must really pray to Him for help and guidance, and also must seek thank you to Him, because without Him, you are nobody one. Everything is provided by Him. So yeah, whether you are Christian or Buddhist or even a Muslim, it's only one God, and He is the provider. So must always be grateful and then say thanks to Him. God, without Him, you are nothing. See, although I don't have a religion, but I know there's God. And we must try our best to be good. And don't harm people, and be kind to people, and be considerate. A lot of people, whether they're Christian or what, or you're Muslim or Buddhist, sometimes the way they behave, I tell you, are really very disappointing. So I was thinking, what is this? So it's very important. So, but a lot, again, the restriction also, sometimes you also must ask yourself, is this logical or not? Because sometimes they really, it's men set the restriction, it's actually not God, They set it for their own good, so that you follow them actually. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, is that really what God wants you to do? So very important, because they can brainwash you.
Correct.
So that you become them. And then, so I find that, so have to be very, very careful.
So the main thing is, when God is the creator, He create creation. The best person to understand the creation is the creator. You agree? Right? So God give us rules. The certain rules is actually for our own good. For example, why we have 5 times pray is because, ask you honestly, if I don't give you any law now, don't pray. You can pray anytime. But when was the last time you pray? Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, people, if they think back, when was the last time they prayed? God wants to put it in your life to pray on a certain time, because it creates this structure. If they have a law to give you a structure, all of us will be living in peace to remember God always. That's why we have 5 daily prayer. You can pray anytime, but this is to help you, to keep you in check, Because some people cannot keep themselves in check, Mama. If you don't, it's for the whole world,
I feel that no matter what, I think when the day begin, you pray once, and the day end, you pray one. That is compulsory, I think. So I'm saying that I think concerning like praying, or prayer, I think everyone should practice, like at least morning, the day begin, you pray for guidance from God and protection. Then when the day ends, you must thank, because He protected you the whole day. So you must say thank you to Him, then you have a good night's sleep. So I think a compulsory twice a day is a must.
Okay, good. Wow, Alhamdulillah. Very good. Okay, so do you know that Muslims also believe in Jesus?
I think more or less the same. I know. I think a lot of times, like Christian, they name the people there. It's the same, like Jesus, and I think Muslim is there's a name, right? But it's very close already, right? Isn't it?
You know why they are quite close? Okay, because it comes from Abraham, as in the God of Abraham is Allah, basically the God. Okay, then there's of course his children. Then they start to have Judaism, then Christianity and Islam. if you ask them who is their God, they will say the God of Abraham is the same God that they believe in. So they're all children, brothers and sisters. They're all the same. Jesus to us is just a prophet, a messenger of God. And we call him Isa. Okay. So do you want to say any prayer to me? You want to say a prayer? You also can say.
Actually, I very shy when saying prayer. I don't like to say out the prayer one. So usually I will, and when I want to pray, I must be myself alone one. I cannot, like, if I go to church, right, when a lot of people around me, I also can't pray. So so I never pray what you call it openly, I would like say it inside my heart, although you never hear me pray. So even like say, hey mommy, you very strange, you don't have religion, you're not a Christian, you're none, but yet every now and then, do you remember I call Harold, must pray, do you remember? I even tell sister Amanda must pray. So I used to say, hey mommy, you funny, you ask people pray and you're not praying, but do you know I pray secretly? But I never pray in open. That's what I'm saying. So now you ask me to pray. I feel that no, I won't say it in front.
It's okay if you cannot. You don't want to pray. You're shy.
I'm very shy. I'm a very shy person actually.
So, but is it okay if your son pray for you? I pray for you.
Yes, of course. I always tell. I always say, hey, pray for me. Pray for me.
Okay.
So actually, everyone need prayer.
Okay.
Not only yourself pray. People pray for you. It's very important actually. Isn't it?
Okay, but I pray in Arabic. Then I'll explain to you what the meaning of the Arabic is.
Because I don't know, because I when I'm born, I'm brought up by my mom, because my mom and dad, they are all no religion, but they believe there's God. So they always pray and look at the heaven and say that ask for blessing. So suddenly I just lost my thinking. So I feel that when you say your prayer out, it's like not real. Like you're just making up a prayer. I mean, to me my feeling is that you're making up a prayer to let people know that you are praying. So that's why I never want to pray in openly.
Yes.
But people want to pray for me, I always want to receive.
Okay. So the thing is, the prayer we are saying is not come from from our head and we think of this prayer one. This prayer is God give you the words to say. So that because it's the best words to say. And when you say you can feel how close God is to you when you say these words. Arabic is more profound when you hear it. So I say for you. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Okay, so how do you think about this? Wait, the name of this prayer is called Al-Fatiha, which means the opening in English. And it's the words that God teaches, Allah teaches us to say to Him. And it basically goes like this. When we say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, which means, oh Lord, save us and protect us from the Satan. After that, we say, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It means in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. And Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. That basically means, oh Lord, you're the cherisher of the worlds, the sustainer of this world, and all praises be to you, to you, praise God. Al-Rahmanir Rahim. It's like saying, oh God, you're the most merciful and most gracious. Repeat the gracious and most merciful God. So we are seeking God's, grace and mercy. Maliki Yawmiddin. Basically, you are the master of the day of judgment, which means we all acknowledge that there will come a time when the world will end and God will put justice on this world and He will say who is right and who is wrong, because God can see everything. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. We are saying, oh Lord, to you we worship, to you we seek help from. Okay, so we acknowledge that He is alone the person we ask help from. Okay, ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Please lead us to the straight path, God. Asking God, lead us to the straight path, the path that is the right path. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim ghairil maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. The path of those who you bestow your favor upon, and not of those who earn your anger, your wrath, or those who go astray or mislead other people. So we as Muslims believe that God give us a straight way to follow, because He wants all of us to go heaven. And from this prayer, we seek His guidance also. The prayer is very strong, and we Muslim pray to our loved ones. In fact, this is called the opener of the heart. So when we say this prayer, your heart is open, and you can receive all the blessings from God also. Yeah. So that's the power of this prayer. What do you think?
It's very powerful. And I think, just now I was saying that I dare not pray openly, right? So when I said that I dare not pray openly, that means you are praying your own words on. So I think it's good that you must have a proper prayer, so that God is so powerful, right? You cannot just simply talk to God. I mean, although I advise by say, hey, you can anytime, whatever you talk, God know what you are talking. But I think as a mark of respect, there must be a proper way of saying a prayer first. Say the proper prayer first, then after that you want to say what you want from God and thank God in your own way really. So there's a proper way to talk, then after your own way. Of course God already know, but just a mark of respect. You have to have a proper formula, right? I mean, like you see your father, no, you just go, but you still hi, Dad. After that, you become yourself already, then you can talk already. Right? So I think God also the same way. You must show a respect first. Then after that, you ask, you thank, and you ask for help.
Yeah, 100% correct. That's why there's a proper structure to acknowledge the king first, right? You go to see the king also, you don't straight away, hey king, hello, how are you? Correct. They have to be trumpet lah. People say welcome to the king house, something like that. So the same thing when we meet the majesty of the world, right? There's a proper way to greet even to God. So I'm glad you enjoyed the prayer.
Yeah.
And do you think it's quite surprising that I'm Chinese but I'm speaking in Arabic?
Actually, I am not surprised. In fact, before you become a Muslim, right? I already saw you practicing Arab. The writing. I said, wow, you really very serious into it. Because I saw you have an exercise book and you start writing. I said, oh no. I said, so he is really serious. So that I'm waiting, but I'm surprised that you can really say a very perfect prayer. Or I mean, after your translation, of course I know what is it about, but it's not easy actually for a Chinese lah. I don't know. I mean, it's Arabic, It's not any other languages. So I'm very glad I got a prayer from my son, and the prayer covers everything. Thanks, and also a lot of things. I didn't receive any prayer for so long. Can you imagine? So long I didn't get any prayer.
Actually, I pray for you every night. You just don't know.
I mean, I didn't. That's why I didn't hear it. So this is my first time you say a prayer in front of me. You see, I mean, have you ever said prayer in front of me? No, right? This is the first time. So this is the first time I received prayer. So I'm very touched. Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to say that as your son, okay, I love you very much, and I want to ask you for your forgiveness also for anything that I do that is hurt you, offensive to you, make you feel very sad or disappointed in me. Know that I always try my best to improve myself, become a better son to you, and that I also wish that you can come to see how beautiful Islam is, and embrace the one true God we all believe in. Like I said before, Muslim, we all only believe in one God. Okay, in Arabic basically it's go Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. They say there's only one God. Okay, Allahu Samad, the eternal and the absolute. Lam yalid wa lam yulad means he does not beget or doesn't begotten, means he's not born or he doesn't give birth. Okay, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad, which means basically there's nothing in this world can be compared to the Almighty. So that's the core belief of the Muslim. And all the prophets we believe from the time of Adam, Moses, David, Solomon, and even Noah, all the way down to Jesus, Isa, we call him Isa, and to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last and final prophet, the messenger that God gives to mankind to share this message. This whole prayer was recited. That the prophet is actually illiterate, means he cannot read, he cannot write, but he can say this thing so eloquently. So people at that time were like amazed, how he can say these words so beautifully. It has to be divine revelation come to you too. That's why people all followed him. His character was very good. The prophet said about how we should treat our mothers. So basically they said heaven is at the feet of your mother, which means the importance of the mother to the son or to the children is so big. So women is seen as very powerful. In Islam it says a lot of respect and reverence given to women. The key to enter heaven, right, is at the mother's feet. So we must be nice to the mother. That's a must in Islam, That's how powerful Islam emphasizes. The key to heaven is to your mother.
I heard, that's why I was thinking why. I also want to find out why.
So inshallah means God willing. Okay, may Allah grant you hidayah, means guidance in this life. And inshallah, when you feel that you're ready to open up, to ask more about Islam, to find out more, I hope I am a good son to show you the way lah. At least through me, right? My actions and my behavior and how I treat you as a son. You see the beauty of Islam through me. And then you just let me know one day you want to be a Muslim, and then that's how it happened lah. Okay? Most important thing, just know that I love you. And I love you very, very much, and I really want to see you and Papa and my Menda and my family all in heaven, in paradise. We call it Jannah in Islam. Anything you want to say to me?
I want to say is that sometimes we all as a mother, especially the mother, a bit long-winded and nag a lot, or even get very angry. And no matter how you all make me angry, I will always forgive you all and always love. So I also want to say sorry lah. I mean sometimes also I a bit like unreasonable, but it's all because of love lah. Most important is because of love. Who don't love their children? No matter what you do, you are always my son. You'll be forgiven lah.
And we never hold anything against you actually. We just hope to have you to have more peace in your life, happy with us, happy with everything around you, and be basically a happier soul, a happier person, and also be peaceful. So I give you.
So don't have a hard feeling. I mean
no hard feeling.
Everybody correct not?
No hard feeling.
We are all stressed. So sometimes we just just not our day, but we don't mean it. I mean don't mean anything really. Sometimes I can say a lot of hurtful things, but I don't mean it.
I mean, we all not perfect lah. I also make mistakes.
Nobody's perfect. Okay.
I love you, mommy.
Take care of your son. Most important, everybody must live happily.
Okay. if you got in the future, I hope you sick or anything, just let me know. I can't take care of you. Sometimes I'm too far away. I don't know. If you think.
I know.
So I hope everyone, you can look at the camera actually. No, all of you enjoy our conversation. So bye.
Bye.
So now that you have heard what my mom shared about that night when I told her that I had the intention to become a Muslim, and also her thoughts on God and Islam, I hope this sharing has been beneficial to you. Please share it if you think that it would benefit others too. Please hit the subscribe and the like button and turn on notifications if you wish to see more of my videos. Sorry that I've been delayed with my uploads for more than a week. I was mainly caught up with work and did not get enough rest. I hope that you guys can be patient with me and continue to support me. To all my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakallahu khairan. And as always from your brother Firdaus to you, inshallah may we meet in Jannah, paradise one day. And to everyone out there, I wish you'll have a beautiful day ahead.